Good morning. Welcome back to Build Theory. I'm Aurian Archive, and we're picking up on that super strength invuln brute. Over the course of previous hours, we've picked up a number of hero merits, and that should give us enough. Let's go find a merit vendor, which should be somewhere around here, or down at Wentworth. So there's a merit vendor. And while we're heading down to speak to the merit vendor, we probably should lay out our powers. Alright. Punch. Haymaker. A knockout blow. Taunt. Rage. All the way down here. Foot stomp. Alright. Resist physical damage as an auto. Temporary invulnerability. Dull pain. Resist elements in auto. Unyielding. Resist energies in auto. Invincibility. Tough hides in auto. Okay. Zoom on down to the end and pick up Dark Obliteration. And we'll do Darkest Night there. And do Gloom here. We're in combat jumping down here. Weave and Tough. Probably not going to need Kick as much, but just in case, we'll put it there. Corrosive Vial. Put where Dark Obliteration used to be. Speed of Sound. Jump. Alright, we're actually going to scooch Darkest Night over and put Jump there. And we'll do a little bit more scooching. There we go. And experimental injection. Alright, since I'm not using Hasten anymore, at least for this character, we'll do experimental injection right where Hasten used to be. And so we got Jump, Speed of Sound, Corrosive Vial, all of that's done. Sprint. There. Iron Core Final Judgment. Ageless Radial. I want the Ageless Radial to be up. Alright. Probably gonna do then is move. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep it like. Yeah, we'll keep it there. I don't think that's going to be problematic. Alright, Reactive Core, support Radial. At least finishes setting up our tray. Or at least those trays. We've got another photo for tray 4567. And we'll go ahead and start setting those up. One here, tray 4. Get a couple of trays over here to work with. And we're still moving up. Do we need anything else from down here? We don't really need walk. It's still kind of funny to watch certain characters, certain frameworks do the walk mode. It looks so wrong on me. Okay, so moving up the line. Slide sprint. Whoa! It clicked into the window. Not gonna put any of the prestige effects in. Ninja Run. And just tap Ninja Run down there for one. Assemble the team into 4. Team Transporter into 4. Mission Transporter into 4. Base Transporter into 5. Portable Workbench into 6. Reveal into 5, I think. Where's Reveal? Yeah, no, Reveal's into 4. Secondary Mutation. Mystic Fortune. Inner Inspiration. Return to Battle. And we're up into Ouroboros. Ouroboros into 5. And we need to have a jetpack available, so that'll go into 6. And there's our fast travel, which will go into 5. And although redundant, then we're up into Temtemps. Alright. Do I somehow not have an alignment power? Oh, there it is. Fear Incarnate. We'll put that in. That normally goes in 6 on here, so Fear Incarnate. Did I ever? No, I haven't slotted a lore yet. Okay. That's everything that we need there. So let's go talk to our merit vendor. Salvage. No, I want conversion. Convert hero to reward merits. And now I have 1,500 merits to work with. So anything that's not available on the auction house, I can just. So let's go see what we actually need to finish this off. We're gonna need some boosters probably. Alright, so I need some Gift of the Ancients, and I need a Steadfast Protection. Gift of the Ancients, Steadfast Protection, chance to heal self. And what was on health? Let's make sure I'm looking at the right build. Alright, so we needed a regenerative tissue. So we'll look for, so we need Gift of the Ancients and regenerative tissue. So before we go spending merits, okay, we know that, or I know previously that I'm going to need to buy a Steadfast Protection. So recipe, level 30, IO set, resist damage, Steadfast Protection, resist defense, and I'm definitely not going to have this set up. Well, I got a corrosive gas for some reason, which, okay, just roll with it, And I need a spell link and a circuit board. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. Okay. And now I need to clear some salvage out of the way. And what do I have a lot of? We have a lot of spirit thorns, so we'll delete some spirit thorns to make way for our steadfast protection. Let's drag out our table. And get that made. Steadfast protection into resist energies, right? Yeah. Okay, so now let's go back to the auction house. And we're going to look for attuned enhancements this time. And we're going to go down to healing and regenerative tissue. And regenerative tissue regeneration. We do have some for sale. Let's see if we can get one. Yep, got one. That was simple. Alright. Now we just need Gift of the Ancients. Looks like I need a Defense Endurance and then all three. So Gift of the Ancients. Let's get out of Attuned Enhancements. Let's go back to Crafted. Defense Sets. Gift of the Ancients. We'll start with Defense Endurance. Down at level 40. We got 2 for sale. Let's see if we can get them. Got 1. Probably gonna have to bump that way up to 10 million. Yep. Alright, we got our 2 defense endurances. We need a defense increased run speed. And then we need 1. There we go. And then we need a defense endurance recharge. We'll just start at 8 million on this. And there we go. Bought. Okay, so defense endurance, defense run, defense. Okay. I had some boosters back in the base, so now we just need to truck on back to the base. I may stop by Icon first and do something about the speed of sound. Alright, what color did we go for with Rage on the race? We went for green. And just in case you're wondering, no, this is not supposed to be a Hulk stand-in. The character's name is Duza McCracken. He is the reason why the Scottish Fraggles and the Scottish Deucers never actually had a problem with Gorg. He just punched the Gorg out. The Fraggles weren't expecting it either. You know, monstrous Deucer rising up out of the ground, giving Ak no. I imagine that he's voiced by Colin Mockery. And so, yeah, that was kind of the behind the costume. What would a Scottish Deucer look like? I had a couple of people say, nailed it, and I had some other people say, what is wrong with you? 6 one, half a dozen on the other. Alright. I'm going for the powers and what do we actually color scheme? I'm not sure why I have a purple tinge. Does a purple tinge even show up? Uh, this question is, why is everything on dark? Oh, because bright was obnoxious. Oh, no more obnoxious than the original. Alright, so that's why I had everything on dark. I almost wish I had a different accent color other than green, but the only accents. Doozers aren't known for having superpowers, so. Uh, I think that's why I just wound up with. Well, I do have that bioarmor esque mutation down there that's white. Let's desaturate you a bit. That's actually worse. Uh, hmm. Or since I've got the yellow bands going on, maybe putting a bit more yellow into the. Let's desaturate the back. Bring up the front. Oh, okay. That looks a little better. Now we'll swap to NorthX. And it's still inheriting the dark portion. Let's come up here and think about that. Go with yellow. And let's go with cross power set. Okay, gives us a tinge yellow to go with the power bands around the arms. Rage is now more a general glow. Okay, I'm a little happier with that. We'll take Rage off of. Yeah. Whoa, that's pulsing really bad. I'm not sure there's a good way to tone Rage down. Okay, that's not so bad. Can I get the middle there with the yellow? Okay, there we go. Soft glow yellow. And that was all. Okay, so we've kind of settled on desaturated. yellow and blue for a gray. So let's come over to experimentation. And we'll do dark. And we'll do yellow and blue. Speed of sound. Do dark, yellow, and blue. Minimum FX. Jaunt. Yellow. Wait. Yellow and blue. So we'll desaturate those down. That did not inherit the colors like I wanted it to. Alright, so we got a desaturated yellow and desaturated blue. Let's see how this looks on. Go with desaturate. Okay, we'll roll it. Alright, press a vial. Desaturated yellow, desaturated blue. So let's bring some colors out for this one. There we go. And there's not a whole lot of blue in this costume. Could make the gloves blue, but that wouldn't be Doozer now, would it? Alright, tough. Jane's kick. Same thing, desaturate it down. Leaping, and effects. And let's actually go for our okay. Yeah, okay, we can live with that. Alright, inherent. Not a whole lot to work with there. Incarnate. And what was I doing with the bright pencil? It's doing desaturated blue. That's desaturated blue, desaturated yellow. A little bit like that. Judgment. Okay. I don't have any reason to change this yet. Alright, so there we go. Power is updated. Ooh, let the cows out. Moo, 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 moo. No, I'm not explaining that one. There be rampaging steak in them there hills. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Alright. In base. So I should have some boosters over here. Yep, there's some boosters. Catalysts. Converters. Boosters. Not sure how many of those boosters I'm really gonna need. So now comes for the boring part of a respecification. Boosting everything up. Looks like our little farmer has run out of things to smack around. Stomp. Put stomp, everything superior. Everything superior. Done, 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 done. Stamina. I'm pretty sure that hitting chance for heal self, boosting it won't improve the 5% heal. Although that would be nice. Alright. Alright, speed of sound. Corrosive vial. Sorry if the yawning is audible over the microphone. Stepping right up to the microphone. I said, hey now, it's only one way. One God, one body, one day alone. If you don't know, you need to be told. Stepping right up to the microphone. I said, hey now. Alright. Hmm. I think we are ready to go mix it up. Breaker powers up. And we're still at plus. I need to set back to plus 2x8. And then do LF chain times 0. And to create a form a new task force. So off we go. So what I'm thinking about doing is swapping those. Alright. Alright, let's try out corrosive vial. And we're still plowing through endurance. And yeah, corrosive vial is making it a little easier to. Yeah, corrosive vial is definitely comboing better into improving the practical damage I'm putting down with Flipstone. Especially as these guys have a stacking defense component. And there we go. Rage just wiped my damage. There's... Oh, there he is. Excuse me, I just need you to die over there. Alright, so the combat theory is in regards to using corrosive vial to put down some more AoE damage is definitely holding up. Now, that being said, I'm really, am I already at tier 4? Let's check that. Now that's, hybrid support. Yeah, I'm already at tier 4 on hybrid. Alright, so, as sort of like, good news is the theory is at least working in practical play. I'm still plowing through endurance. But it looks like my survivability through a crash has gotten a little better. And And now I've at least got something to aggressively counter stacking defenses. I'm not sure how well this is going to work against Nemesis stacking. And what are we running on? Destiny. Ageless. Okay, I went Radial for the debuff resistance. I may turn around. Well, the problem is at lower levels, Ageless doesn't do a whole lot of good. And as the levels go down, I don't know. This still could be something pretty miserable to play. I keep needing to remember to let's get rid of that surgeon. Okay. Keeping an eye on our crashes. Okay, so still sucks, just doesn't suck as bad. And I'm running out of ideas of what to do to make Rage tenable at lower levels. And it's recovery rate is 3.22. What's our all toggles up drain? Excuse me, let's turn power sources off so it doesn't fluctuate around. Yeah, we've got a 3.22 recovery. I don't have any accolades. So once I get the accolades in, that'll bump my endurance pool up to 110. Let's go check the farmer over here. Yeah, endurance up to 110. So, and that will bring up the recovery rate. Alright, so the theory at least is working, which is the good news. The bad news is it still sucks. It's, it's just like, I like the concept of the character. But making it playable is just almost absolutely reliant on incarnate powers. The other option is to swap from agility into vigor for the endurance reduction. And there's already not a high spec whip around build to begin with. Let's. According to the calculations, rage lasts for 2 minutes, and it's. Well, need to pay attention to the recharge time next time it comes around, so we'll let the recharge time rock once more. And apparently we have some kind of hitch at the turnaround. So we'll keep an eye on that. Alright, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're more like 124, 125. So we've got between 20 to 25 seconds of single stack rage. I don't know. Do I have? Yeah, because it lasts for 2 minutes. It's romping down at 120, so yeah. And there's our fade off into 1. Okay, so we have a long stretch of time where we're only running at 1 stack of rage. But on a brute with all fury up, not making a whole lot of difference. It's kind of it's aggressively annoying having to make all kinds of trade-offs to try and make a power set that was never intended to operate like this, operate like it was intended to operate. Again, we're going all the way back to mid 2000, 2004, 2005, 2006, when both Paragon and Cryptic admitted that a fully punitive rage was not intended. It was intended to be stacked and canceled out. Oh well. I've made the build that I can make, and yet we are, looks like, reliably taken out in the single stack around 44 seconds or so. So the drop when I'm rocking Ageless, still not brilliant, but at least it's more survivable, even if it's not damage optimized. So, I guess if you know, trying to think of what would change, or how would I change this if. The thing is, I don't expect rage to be fixed. I don't. The best way forward was still the inherent strength passive. Uh, so I'm kind of building around inherent strength being implemented for Homecoming, probably in one of the upcoming power passes, because that really was the best way to fix the set thematically, uh, and fix the set mechanically without having to completely change how Rage operated. The inherent strength approach was the best way to go. So hopefully that will be making its way back. And Whenever that happens, then I'll do is just swap these two for two Crafted.io damage boosters and call it a build. So I think that's where we're going to leave this off at, because I am not motivated to play Invuln Super Strength. It's I it's not fun. It's aggressively punitive to play. This is I don't know how many revisions down I am between all of the Invuln builds I've made for players who already had or all of the super strength builds I made for players who already had super strength, and trying to figure out a way to work around, mitigate. No other set takes the kind of punitive damages that no other melee set offers the kind of punitive damages Rage inflicts upon the player. And most other armor sets aren't as aggressively harmed. Because if you do super strength stone on a brute or a tanker, you've got granite, and you can just ride granite out. I mean, ice armor you can ride hibernate out. Um, Fire, well, electric, radiation, you've got so much regeneration going on. Loss to defense, and electric has so much endurance recovery going on. Kind of same thing for radiation. You can just ride out the debuff. But since Invuln doesn't really have any, okay, and in the stone rework with crystals getting an endurance modification, uh, something finally being done there. Outside of granite, in granite armor, you're using so little toggle endurance that you can just ride out the crash no problem. Uh, because if you've got any kind of endurance reduction at all with granite, you you probably can have Darkest Night out all the time and never even notice. Uh, I'm kind of working down through the armor sets. What a okay. Let's actually go look at it. Bioarmor is a regeneration healing set. Dark armor has is primarily resist and has a strong heal, so you can just power heal your way through it. Electric armor, resist, regeneration. You can just regen through it. Energy aura, you have a metric ton of regeneration. You hit energize as soon as or if you're on permanent energize, you may never notice the defense drop, but you will notice the strength drop. Fire aura, you're already weak to begin with, so being a little weaker for a few minutes. Uh, Most fire armors, well, there's a reason Rise of the Phoenix is part of an attack chain. Ice armor, you can hibernate through it. Radiation armor is so much regen and absorb. You can just absorb your way through the crash. Regeneration, oh, that's a that's that shield defense. Okay, shield defense is kind of susceptible because it doesn't have any real way to get through the power, but since it does have a shield charge built in, you can teleport your way out of the mob while leaving a uh, knockdown mitigation. So you have a method to get clear. Super reflexes, okay, super reflexes is all about the defense. It get I think I have not run a super reflexes brute, but I have run a super reflexes tank and a super reflexes stalker and a super reflexes sentinel. Okay, I can see super reflexes would be obliterated by a rage crash almost as badly as probably more badly than Invuln. because it takes a second for the system to calculate the scaling resistance as HP drops, and willpower just regenerates through it. So, uh, Invuln is supposed to have a certain number of resist, uh, but the loss of it really needs that defense to make the resist work. And when rage when rage drops your primary uh, method of dealing with incoming attacks, defense, yeah, you may be able to resist, ride it out, and with dull pain up, you may be able to regen it out. It's the theory works. You ramp up enough defense, you ramp up enough resist, yet you can uh, oh, somebody just broadcast a request to go knock down the Rickety Warzone pylons. They don't want to run a mothership raid. They just want to get the unabashed badge. Alright, fair enough. They're rarely ever online when there's a scheduled raid, so I may go and help them do that. Get one of my giant monster killers. Okay, so I'm gonna go help with that. This has been Aurian Archive, and I'll have more to rant about Invuln in a future video, but for now, I'm probably just going to backshelf this character again. Actually, there's kind of a question on my mind. With all the changes, can I now passive a 707 fire farm? Alright, so we want to go to a zone. Let's choose Renault. Go to Shark's Head. As we are coming up, looks like 52 minutes on the counter, so this is where I try to tamper off these videos anyways. Yeah, trying to do it in hour bite-sized chunks. Some of this is just not done in the hour. I'm kind of okay with the color scheme so far, so let's go in, completed, search, on fire, standard. And woof, what the debuff was that? Now, let's just see if you can. I'm blanking on it. Let's just see if he can just roll with a. We're still in plus 2 8x, so we'll leave this here, see how badly they do or don't do.